Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you're having a good evening. Tonight we're going to talk about a bunch of other great YouTubers out there who are regularly producing incredible videos and getting far less recognition and attention than they deserve. We're hopefully going to do a little bit to remedy that by putting a spotlight on a few that I think deserve way more visibility. So this is going to just include folks with fewer subscribers than me and way fewer subscribers than they deserve, and a handful of ones who are around my size or slightly larger even, but are still woefully underexposed. As always, there are going to be links to their channels and to a few recommended videos of theirs in the description. So we're going to start off today with another gaming channel, Games as Literature, which is a channel that is much smaller than it should be. It provides deep dives and literary readings of games ranging from Transistor to Wolfenstein. If you like the informative nature of some of my videos, I think you might really dig Games as Literature. Next up is Hakim, who is an Iraqi Marxist who has been making videos for years that are impeccable. I found him a while back through his incredible debunking about the myth that socialism can't drive innovation and that only capitalism, through the wonders of the free market, can produce innovation. He also does some really good deep dives into the dishonest history of how race is constructed. Moving on, we have two different book YouTubers. The first is Bailey Meyers, who I found recently through the delightful Jenny Nicholson. She regularly produces a series called Goose Drunks, where she goes back through old Goosebumps books, taking a drink whenever something silly or genuinely spooky happens, or they end on a cliffhanger or some kind of cat scare. It's just a real breezy, fun series, and she also sometimes branches out and produces some cool reviews of recent media, like her read on Ready or Not. If you want a good starter, try her video on Welcome to Camp Nightmare. The ending is on some bullshit that I love. And through Bailey's channel, I was recommended Read with Cindy, a minimalist book YouTuber who not only makes really good videos reviewing books she read, but also gives a really good introduction to minimalism through videos talking about things like how she only owns something like 3 books, because she does all of her reading through her local library. And she also just does really good storytime videos, like the one about how she got stuck in or around an airport for 3.5 days. I have watched almost every single one of Curio's videos at this point, and they are all incredible. They produce video essays, most often with a leftist bend, and I highly, highly recommend their most recent video on the aesthetics of intellectualism and their anti-capitalist reading of Bloodborne. It's really solid. Some other recommendations from that channel, they're all good, but I don't have time to just list out every single one of them. So they did a video on how abuse is portrayed in the Umbrella Academy and convinced me to finally start watching that show. Now, I initially found Curio through Thought Slime's channel, when he gave a shout out to Curio's Spider-Man, a hero with bills to pay. Thought Slime himself does a lot of vlog-style video essays on anarchism and provides a really good portal into what anarchism is and isn't. You should also watch his video on the Christie Pitts riots, the video titled Am I Valid?, for a real emotional punch, and of course, the magnum opus that is Garfield Eats, a normal website in normal capitalism. Now, Thought Slime's channel is a bit larger than my own, but still way too small for how good his videos are. I could say the same for one Jack Saint, another fantastic video essayist. If you want a good place to start, please check out his deep dive into Disney's Sky High, a movie which, has some eugenics subtext. Or his look at why the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, redesigning Sonic after the fan backlash to the initial design, is actually going to screw over a lot of animators. While we're on a roll talking about medium-sized YouTubers who I honest to God don't know how or why they aren't bigger, Angie Speaks is another stellar channel that produces videos with anarchist leanings. She has produced videos on capitalism and loneliness, fascism, and one of my favorites, Dadaism, art as a political weapon. Go check her out. Kay and Skittles recently came to my attention with their multi-part look at the whack politics of The Legend of Korra. Each of Korra's villains, you see, throughout the seasons represent a different, distinct political ideology. And spoilers, they're all kind of busted in how said ideologies are explored. They've also done a handful of other videos, but it's still a relatively new channel. So aside from the recent Korra videos, their video on the state of centrism does an absolutely perfect job of summing up what is wrong with centrist ideology. Kay was also kind enough to recommend to me a few other YouTubers to spotlight, so we're going to end on them. One of them being Radical Reviewer, an anarcho-communist reviewing media through that lens. One recommendation I have from that channel is a close reading of The Lion King titled The Lion King is Garbage, as well as their video on capitalist realism. Kay also recommended a channel by Ray Ramses, who similarly talks a lot about late-stage capitalism and the consequences it has upon modern society. Again, it's a pretty new channel, so there aren't too many videos on it yet, but there's still a lot of good stuff packed in there, like their video titled Climate Change and Neoliberalism, along with The Wrong Amazon is Burning, and finally, yes, they are concentration camps. So that's it for this video. I would actually like to do this kind of thing more often, so if you have any smaller YouTubers that you think deserve some more recognition, please do me a favor and DM me on Twitter about them. Don't just post them in the comments, because I want to vet them first, but absolutely do DM me. My Twitter is in the description below, and again, there will also be links in the description to all of these channels that I highlighted today. Thank you all for watching, take it easy, have a good night, y'all.